Thanks very much, Simon. The BBC News this morning is read by Alan Smith.
President Trump has warned that Washington could abandon attempts to broker a peace deal between Russia and Ukraine unless the two countries make rapid progress towards ending the conflict. Speaking in the Oval Office, Mr. Trump insisted he wasn't being played by Moscow and said a decision on whether to continue with the US diplomatic efforts could come very shortly. The US Secretary of State Marco Rubio has presented a peace deal to Ukraine, its European allies, and to Russian officials. Speaking after briefing the NATO Secretary General, Mr. Rubio said the United States would step back if a clear path to peace didn't emerge soon. Our North America correspondent John Sudworth reports.
As Russian missiles continue to pound Ukraine, the man who once said he'd end this war on day one seems to be having second thoughts about trying to end it at all.
If for some reason one of the two parties makes it very difficult, we're just going to say you're foolish, you're fools, you're horrible people, and we're going to just take a pass. But hopefully we won't have to do that.
President Trump's threat to walk away has come as a surprise. Talks between US, Ukrainian and European officials who met in Paris this week were said to be going well. But the first sign that something was wrong came from one of those in attendance, the American Secretary of State Marco Rubio, who'd warned that unless a deal was doable, Washington would move on. America's allies are wondering what all this means, and Ukraine is increasingly troubled by the US president's outreach to Russia. For now, Mr. Trump says he's still holding out hope of a peace deal, but whether the US threat to step back is real or is a negotiating tactic, fears that Russia is now gaining the upper hand both on the battlefield and in negotiations mean it's Ukraine that's feeling the pressure.